We recently got our hands on one of these new FXR90 RFID readers from Zebra, and it didn't come with any cables originally, but we finally did get a cable and we turned it on today, and I thought I'd give a quick overview of what the dashboard looks like and all that. This is, I don't think it necessarily is a replacement for the FX9600, but it is the next generation evolution of their fixed readers. And it does have some big functional differences from the 7500 9600 fixed readers. The first being most, if not all, the cables are custom. You can't just plug in an Ethernet port, whatever. They all have custom cables for power and Ethernet and USB connection and GPIOs. And that's going to add some level of complexity to deploying these, given supply chain issues and certainly the expense of it. But other than that, the other big difference between this and like the 9600 is it doesn't support LLRP anymore. So much like in PIN, Zebra's moved on and is really jumping into the deep waters of IoT and controlling fixed readers and receiving data from fixed readers and throttling their data flow with an API and web utilities. So it is going to require a more robust IT team to be able to develop software around this piece of hardware. But all that said, thought I would just showcase what the dashboard looks like. If you go out to the IP address of the unit, and I'll have a series of videos showing you how do you actually get started with this, but this is kind of like the finished interface. You don't have to be the admin person. So if you know the IP address of the device, the fixed reader, you can at least see the dashboard and see the functionality that is currently there. How many antennas are actually connected? If you know there's four and only three are lighting up, hey, you can diagnose that I've got something that needs to be checked out hardware wise. But if you go ahead and if you try to go into the settings, it'll say, nope, you got to be an admin. So once you log in as an admin, you can immediately start getting more information about this um, specific reader. You can also do a quick read test on this. If you do a start, you'll just get a quick overview of tags that are there. Stop, and you can see, you can see the listing. You can download the listing. You get all of this cool information that may or may not be interesting to you. And in terms of settings, the other thing you can do is you can actually go in and you can set up the power level for each antenna, which session you want to use that, all of that kind of stuff that used to be available in the home page, maybe in a rather convoluted menu structure. It's a little bit simpler to get to with this new interface. That part I like. I also would say that 123 Desktop as a utility has lost some of its purpose. Um, One of the things in that application from Zebra was that it had a bunch of LLRP based functionality, so you could really do some interesting kind of testing and evaluation and tweaking of readers and antenna settings. But this fixed reader doesn't support LLRP, and so those options are no longer available in 123 Desktop. But fortunately, you do have some um, accessibility to those kinds of settings within the home page itself. So, all in all, I think it's pretty good. This doesn't have a whole lot of complexity to it like the FX9600 is an endless array of menus that are difficult to find. So options might be a little bit less because it's based only on IoT, but the functionality is a little bit cleaner in terms of how you get there. So all in all, it's pretty good.